Let's fucking go. Hey Swetha, how's it going? How's it like to be on camera?
Well, um, we'll find out. Hi, this is Swetha,
Hi, this is Punjabi.
and we are here today to
Yeah,
talk about a specific topic dreams.
yeah.
And we'll both
I have
try
no
our
idea.
best,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
to not deviate from it too much.
Okay.
So, we all have a ton of dreams growing
Hmm.
up, right? And a lot of things that we do today or work towards are more or less related to what we
Hmm.
used to dream our life would look like when we were kids. This is about how can we start doing that again for ourselves now.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
when I've realized one day ki, oh wait, I don't have any dreams anymore.
Any unfulfilled dreams anymore?
Yeah, thank
You
you.
achieved a decent bit,
I
woman.
didn't want to toot my horn, but thank you. So yeah, so one day I woke up and I realized ki there is really not
Hmm.
anything that I dreamt of that I don't more or less have it today.
Hmm.
And honestly, it just was very scary.
Hmm.
You would think I'd be happy or proud or whatever, right?
Hmm.
But thanks to the ton of issues that we have, I was very scared, and it also felt very lonely because it's not something you can go out and say to people, right?
It's a very nihilistic approach to life, where you're like, there isn't any meaning to any of this.
I'm still a nihilist. I think even when I have dreams,
Yeah.
I would still be a nihilist.
Yeah.
Being at the point, it was boring,
Hmm.
it was scary, it was
Hmm.
lonely, and I don't want to say completely lost because I don't think I was lost. I was very clear about not wanting to chase something just because.
Hmm.
But somewhere slightly lost because I don't know what to do with all this energy. Because the fact that I can say today that I have all the dreams realized is because I have aggressively
Work towards them.
correct. I don't recommend it.
Hmm.
Take your time. But I
Yeah.
had a ton of momentum. But now I don't know what to do with it.
Hmm.
And then I remember who else has a ton of momentum and who doesn't know how to sit quietly.
Yeah, that's me. So, I'll give you like a counterintuitive approach to it. You know how you say that you've reached a point of, say, nihilism or just achieved what you thought you need. So, for a very long time in my life, बचपन में you had dreams like, oh, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a cricketer, I want to be a fighter pilot, and then
What
I was
is-
like, my eyesight doesn't allow any of those three. So all of those went to pause. I don't think I really figured what I wanted to do. It was just a quest of, oh, I don't want to do this. And I had by then figured that I want to do something more practical. I think my mother asked me in like class 10th, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to set something up of my own. I can't just sit and study without any consequence of it. Because you could see that, you know, it's how you have that meme, a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. I've still not used that in my life. So for a very long time, I think when I went to college, that dream became financial independence. And it wasn't financial independence in the sake of fire, it was just being in charge of my finances so I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Fair.
Right? And that wasn't so hard. And I also agree that I am not a person of a lot of material needs, and at that point I was even less.
I can vouch for it, and the only need is something I can't say, but I'll say and we can beep it out. The first words Punjabi has ever spoken to me are "Aap karoge?"
I didn't have a lot of needs. And honestly, I'm still happy with it. And I've learned that from my friends also because money isn't making that much of a difference in any of our lives. It's buying us stability, it's buying us things. No, none of us are like going out like shopping for luxury items.
Yeah.
We don't care for that. I think I remember at like 3 years into my career, I'd reached that point. I got like a raise and I was like, now I have more money than I need. This can sponsor my trips. This can sponsor my daily life. For I think 6 months to a year, I just became very nihilistic as to what do I do now because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had never known. I still don't know what I want to do. But I just reached a point where I was like, I don't know why I want growth beyond this.
Yeah.
Right? And then I started looking at, oh, what would be more fun things to do or cooler things to do. And then I picked up some goals that I remembered that, okay, this is something I wanted. And some goals I just created. Like at that point I created, okay, I'm gonna buy a super bike at some point. I know this is like the most vain goal, and I knew it was a vain goal. And I also put in a limit. I was like, I'll buy a super bike when it's 1/3 of my yearly salary. Like when I can afford a 3 months of salary.
How much does it?
So at that
decent
point, the
super
one that
bike
I wanted
cost?
was like 5 lakhs. Now it's like 8 lakhs. I crossed that 1/3 mark also way back. Like no, I
What
don't
bike
want it.
is this?
So at that point, it was the Versus 650. I still remember the first time I saw a video of Versus 650. I put my bike on OLX because I'm like, I'm gonna sell this and I'm gonna buy this. I still have the Bullet.
The
Bullet. And the Versus 650 at that point was like 5.5 lakhs. And I'll show you that video later. It's a beautiful video. Kudos to Sagar Shildakar. He used to work for Power Drift at that point. That man made a video that would make you want that bike. It starts with
From
like
the video?
a kid on a bicycle and being like, you know, how two wheels inspire us to go far, far away. And this is the bike that can take you anywhere. Like he does it like that. It's just such a beautiful video. Essentially, I reached that point and I was like, this is probably not what I want. But I had at that point realized that I need to start setting vain goals for myself because there really isn't a meaning to life otherwise.
Hedonism.
Maybe.
Not in the typical definition of hedonism because I think it has like a ton of negative connotations. When you're a nihilist, which I think I am, you need something to keep you going, right? That's where hedonism kind of comes into picture for me. Where it's like you go for things that you want, that makes you feel good. It doesn't have to have meaning.
I'll tell you what made me really happy. I opened a new pair of socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Hogwarts Mini Soap, which I got from Shruti.
Shout
And Shruti is a great friend. So the nihilism also puts you to a place where you start valuing smaller things, and I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
At some point, you also realize you can't just look for instant gratification and small validation, and you try to think of, oh, in a bigger sense, what would give me validation. I've also started thinking of maybe it's not the destination, it's also the journey to there that should make me happy. So like fitness has become one of those vain goals for me, right? And I don't think I'm anywhere close to my fitness goal, but I'm still enjoying every part of it, right? And it is a very vain goal. Like it started initially as, oh, I want to be healthy. Now it's literally, I want to look good naked, right? That is my only
That's a
fucking
great
goal.
to have.
It's the vainest fucking goal to have.
You want to give the viewers an update on where you are on your goal?
I have bigger biceps. I used to have chicken arms. Now my sleeve doesn't fit, so I'm happy with that.
Next to your camera.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think that will look good on camera. I've tried.
Which?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a different kind of camera.
To get more details on what Punjabi just said, subscribe.
Please reach out to me.
Subscribe
on,
for your premium
on Reddit to find my Reddit handle.
Ask in the comments section.
Yeah.
So when I started thinking about dreaming again, it got very difficult. Like, how do you start to dream again? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of out of your system because when you're young, you're very curious. And everything is interesting, everything is new. So there's a lot of things that you want to do. So it's very easy to dream when you're a kid. But as an adult, I think I am always overstimulated. Everything gets to me. And I think being curious is very important to be able to dream. And that curiosity was kind of non-existent for me.
For a while.
It's been a while. And I also made a very conscious decision of not consuming anything that's not going to immediately help me with my goals.
Curiosity needs space.
Yes.
You have to create space for it as an adult because
time and energy.
We have so much going on that will overwhelm us if we are not curious. So curiosity will either come, I am creating space for it, or from a space of, oh, I am running away from whatever I have. One of those two will have to happen for you to try something new.
100%.
Which is essentially what I call, like, either you look internally or you look externally. So when some people are overwhelmed, they will sit down and do nothing. Some people are overwhelmed, they will fuck shit up, or they will go for a trip.
Yeah, I wonder what kind you are.
I don't know at this point. I know what I was earlier. At this point, I don't.
I think even your not fuck shit up version is fuck shit up version.
Internally can be stillness, which is very hard in today's day and age. Externally can be looking outside. I went to like an event where my uncle was there, and he is a venture capitalist. And I met the people who were there, and I was like, this is the kind of life I would want. Because he had a bunch of founders. He had Tanmay Bhatt. And I was like, okay, it just made sense that, one, you have shit tons of money. Two, you're using your money to get people into new technologies. And I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So that became my next vain goal, that I want to be a venture capitalist. And at that age, I couldn't. So the only way for me to become a venture capitalist at that point was to become an angel investor, which meant at some point starting my own company, becoming successful, and then becoming an angel investor. And for a while, that became my goal. From there, I actually started working towards, I want to be in leadership, because at some point I want to become a co-founder. And I want to become a co-founder to a startup that does so well that I can become an angel investor. I also at some point let go of that goal because I realized it was too much hassle. And again, one part of that is also realizing that, okay, maybe these vain goals don't have so much meaning. I saw people racing on motorbikes and I was like, shit, I want to learn how to do a track day. Now my next goal is to make time for a track day. And I've been trying that for the last 6 months. It hasn't happened. Yeah, so I just, one of the vain things I did was I wanted to get better at touching people.
Punjabi, not the way to sell yourself.
So I did a course in Thai massage, and as a part of my course, I have to give out a certain number of free massages. So reach out to me if you want free massages.
But I think by the time this is airing, that would have been done.
I have taken a break from doing massages, so probably not. Like I did 1 week, which was like very hectic. I did 8 massages along with work. So it just fucked me up. And then the next week I was like, nahi nahi kara. The good thing with vain goals
is you can fail at them.
Yeah, you can fail at them because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you're beautiful on the inside. Doesn't matter.
No, because
doesn't matter what the scale says.
Because you made that goal for no reason. So
Right.
if you don't achieve it also and you enjoyed the journey or you learned something from it, it's good enough. Even if you didn't learn something from it, it's fucking okay. You did something, you didn't enjoy it, you're like, fuck this, I don't want to do this again. Great.
Yeah.
You spend that much time on it. उतना जिंदगी का टाइम कट गया, मजा आ गया, chill है. नहीं आया मजा, वो भी chill.
Correct. If Do It for the Plot had a poster child.
I've done it for the plot. I've done it for the lack of a plot. I've
Yeah.
done it for
And I think that's the only way to live, if you ask me. And like life is not that serious. Like, chill the fuck out.
Stop taking yourself so seriously. Stop
Correct.
taking God so seriously. Please, people. Stop fighting over which God is right. All of them are wrong.
Think about, let's say, 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line, whatever. Could be outlandish, could be an F1 racer on Netflix or something.
There is a 10-year goal also, which is this thing called FIRE. FIRE essentially means that you have enough money to sustain your lifestyle. Now there's different types of FIRE. There is lean FIRE, fat FIRE, coast FIRE, which you can look at. But the good part about doing the math about FIRE is that it starts with what is your annual expense. And your annual expense doesn't have to be your rent and food. It has to be your rent, food, your travel, your car, everything put together. So it sort of gives you a perspective on how your life is and how much you're spending on your life and how do you want that to pan out in the long run. Because one big aspect that you talk about in any FIRE goals is lifestyle inflation, which is that, today I have a car and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with a 10 lakh rupee car. But maybe 10 years down the line, I want a Mercedes, right? And FIRE can't account for that. So I have to account for that right now if I'm going to have a FIRE goal, right? So it's one of those things that simplifies a lot of decisions in life for me, because I think of anything that I'm going to spend expensively, any expensive thing, I'm going to look at, how much value is it going to add to my life? How is it going to affect my FIRE goals? If I think of buying a Mercedes today, I realize that my FIRE goals can never fit that in, right? So I'm like, I don't think it adds that much value to my life कि मैं अपनी जिंदगी में वो खत्म कर दूँ. So the 10-year goal would be to achieve at least lean FIRE or coast FIRE. So lean FIRE and coast FIRE mean that I have enough money that my rent and food is taken care of for the rest of my life, even if I don't work, right? And then if I'm doing anything, say I continue doing my Thai massage thing, right? So that can be the butter on top of my bread. That is the idea that I come in with. Ideally, I would have wanted to get there by 35. I don't think I'm getting there by 35. So I've kept 40 as a goal right now. For that, I need to be saving like 70% of my income, investing it. I think right now I'm at close to 50%. So yeah, I should get there by 45 by my current this thing. And if I get a few raises and I don't increase my lifestyle along with it, I should get there sooner. So like one financial goal, one fitness goal, and a work-life goal. I want to I want to get to a racetrack. This is what I want to do on the racetrack. This is where I want to be. This is exactly where I want to be. This is the bike I want to do this on. I know how to achieve it. I've done the research. They are coming to Bangalore on 11th. I don't know if I'm in Bangalore on 11th.
Well, now you have to.
There's one post on Fire India where a guy was talking about, I think so for Fire you need 25 to 33 times your annual income in investments. Annual expenditure, not annual income, annual expenditure in investments.
25 times.
Your annual expenditure, not monthly.
Yeah, annual.
Right? So one guy had reached 12x instead of 25x, and he said, I have not reached Fire, but I've reached a fuck you goal.
Yeah, they call it the fuck you money, right?
Yeah. You find a workplace that works for you, try to stick to it. If you find a workplace that is really toxic, keep looking, don't stop looking. That's all I'm telling people. Capitalism we're at a very weird late stage capitalism where people are just trying to milk out their employees, and some managers and employers are just really bad. So you want to upskill and you want to find the right places for you.
100%.
Right?
But I'm also convinced that there aren't many places like that.
I'm not saying there's a lot. I'm saying you need to look for them.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying don't stop looking thinking that everything is toxic. There are good places. There are good managers. There are good managers you can build a rapport with. There are shitty managers sometimes where you can build a rapport and it can be a nice place for you. I've had that. That worked beautifully for me. So find your place. Right? Find what works for you and keep looking till you don't. If you're in a shitty place, just keep looking.
I do very strongly believe you will just go into another toxic place, but at least it's a different toxic place. You're not stuck.
I don't agree with that.
But how can you tell from the interviews? Right?
You can get better at doing so. I ask a lot of questions in my interviews. There are a lot of places have telltale signs. I've realized, like one telltale sign I can tell you is if you go into an interview and ask them, okay, can you give me written down what my KPIs will be? And if they can't, you're just going to be working for a shit manager because he's going to give you, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just doing whatever he's told to do. In general, if they can't show you a growth, this is half and half. If they can't show you people who've grown up the ladder, that's either they are new or they haven't figured out how to retain people enough to make them grow. You're not going to tell us what your vision boarding is?
One big thing that I'm working on right now is to stop fixing myself. You know what I mean?
You want to accept you for who you are.
Yeah, like a close friend of mine. Follow me, shout out.
Yeah. What's up, Paul?
Yeah, I think she also helped me realize this because a lot of times when I'm ranting to her, like I do a lot, it's always me trying to find what could I have done differently? Like, what did I do wrong? Or like, what could I have done better so it would make easier for the other person, right? Now again, the immediate instant I'm gonna fix myself from very meta, and this is also like a dream that I have. So I really want to wake up in a bed full of books where I'm just like I've not slept on time. I've worked too hard, and not because I had an exam or I had a deadline or something, but just because I cannot not let that thought sit.
We have very different definitions of a good day, but good.
I think this picture specifically because there is so many things that she is worried about, right? Like she's trying to read about this, read about that, which is how I deal with my problems. When I feel like there's a problem in my life, or there's something that's bugging me in my life, my instinct is get a book, read about it, understand it, and it will fix itself. And it almost always has. So I think this right here is kind of me trying to romanticize that side of me instead of trying to fix it. So this is more about honoring the part of me which is fix me, fix myself, rather than trying to fix it. Yeah. So that's one of the things I might do.
I'm sorry, so you want to fix yourself or no?
No, this is me accepting that I'm like this.
You like it. Okay.
That I am someone who
always wants self-improvement.
Self-improve.
And you have a method around it, which is
which
is trying to figure it out.
It doesn't come from a healthy place. It obviously comes from a place of trauma that aren't they perfect though?
What? I just smiled.
But there are some things that you just cannot fix. There are some things you need to fix, and there's some things that you have to work around. And I think this is one of those things about me that doesn't need fixing, because it has done me more good than harm.
Yeah, I think I'm also in a place where I'm trying to figure out which parts of me I want to keep, which parts of me I want to change. Like, I want to change how lethargic I get at times, how I want more focus on things, but I don't want to change that I can speak about things that other people find uncomfortable. I'm like, we should talk about it. That's how you get more comfortable. It's like saying Voldemort's name.
Yeah.
Right? You have to talk about it. You can't be fearful of talking about things that make you uncomfortable. I actually, talking about something uncomfortable, achieved something, or it will achieve something today, which I am proud of. So I kept pushing to get the HPV vaccine, and she's getting that today. Apparently she's getting it today because you get free matcha if you do it today, but she's getting it today. But yeah, she's doing it.
That's
right?
great.
And I've been pushing everyone around me to get it because
you haven't pushed me.
I've told you about it.
You just told me, you didn't push me.
I also put on the group. I was like,
you didn't push me.
I think you should go get it.
Yeah.
If you get it, I'll get you a pedicure. Free pedicure. If you get it within the next week. Apparently men have to get it too. I just found out yesterday, so I might also come. I just found out. I didn't know men had to get it. I didn't know I was going to get cervical cancer.
What are you doing after this? What are you afraid to want?
Afraid to want.
Also, let me just quietly point out that we have not spoken about anything related to relationships.
What kind of relationship I want, I haven't figured out. So I would want to at some point figure it out. And I think till last year I was very obsessed with trying to figure that out to make it work. And then I think I just realized I'm okay with not knowing that in the moment.
Yeah.
And it'll unravel when it does. Essentially at this point I'm a and I'm okay with that. Essentially at this point I'm a and I've made peace with that. And I'm having fun with it. Like, it's nice. I meet people. I can have different kinds of relationships with different people. I can sleep with some people. I can enjoy other people's companies. I can become friends with them. It doesn't have to be a defined thing. Right? It doesn't have to lead somewhere. If it does, great. If it doesn't, it's okay.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we had a nice time. And I'm not promising people कि हाँ भाई मैं तुमसे शादी करके करूँगा and then I'm sleeping with them and leaving them. I'm not going to make those promises because I don't think that's happening. So I'm at peace with that. This comes back to you. Do you have a vision board relationship equation?
Whatever I wanted in life, I get it. Because I feel like if you work towards it, you'll get it. I used to think relationships was also one of those things, but apparently not. So right now I'm toying with the idea of I want love in my life in the sense that I love someone, but I don't want to have love in my life that I want love from someone.
So going into love without going into a relationship without expecting a lot.
Everything that has gone south in terms of relationships for me has gone south because I really wanted something.
Okay.
I've tried this approach a bit, and I think I like it. I think it opens up a lot of doors in the sense.
Can I ask the therapist question here?
Yeah.
Had you not had these experiences in the past, I'm guessing 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
You want to, go back to a blank slate and be like a 16-year-old old girl, what kind of a relationship would you want?
I'm very extremist as a person. Even more so when it comes to love. I don't understand anything else taking a priority over relationships. The fact that I was good at studies, or the fact that I make good money, or the fact that I'm smart, or the fact that I can take care of myself, or that I have a support system. I've even started taking care of myself and taking myself seriously because I can take care of others only then. So I don't know, I think relationships and people have always been very pivotal for me. I don't think that will change.
I don't think you answered my question.
I am aware.
Okay.
I don't know. It's very difficult also. No? I don't know how.
I'm not talking about friendly love. I'm not talking about your
See,
love.
I'm trying to not bring in daddy issues here. Which is why I'm trying to avoid.
Listen, I just spoke about being a slut. The least you can do is bring in your fucking daddy issues.
Yeah. Somebody who is obsessed about me, somebody who would burn the entire world if that's what it takes.
Cool.
Quickly moving on. Because I'm so extreme about it. When I like someone, I'm obsessed. Obsessed to a point ki something.
Say it, it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. Like, I think, but that's how I knew love. Right? And I mean, I can try and unlearn it, but like, there's a lot of things that you can cerebrally unlearn. Like, you can logically understand how something is not okay for you or whatever. But I think for me, a lot of it sits in my body. When you like someone, I think I like someone mentally and physically. Not in terms of, oh, he looks great, but like, I think my body loves that person.
And I'm going to tell you about what I learned in my course. Right? So the course I went for was essentially Thai massage and body work. Most of the techniques that we learned were Thai massage. But we had a lot of interactions, a lot of talking to each other, a lot of just sitting with our thoughts, which made you realize how much people hold in their body.
Yeah.
Right? And it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how much people hold in their body. So, I've given 8 massages, right? After my course to 7 different people. And what I realized is people hold so much in their bodies, right? So I met this one guy who's running his own business while working, taking care of the house, taking care of the cousins, taking care of him, mostly ignoring his body, but doing a little bit for his body also. And this man, he had knots in his shoulders, and I could feel those knots had layers to them because he's been stressed out about stuff for so long, and it's all responsibilities, work, things like that, that his knots have developed layers in them, right? I did Thai massage for a couple of healers, right? I did for someone who's a sound healer, I did for someone who's a breathwork healer, and they hold so much of their, whoever they're healing, so much of their stresses in their body.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
And we don't recognize it, right? One very stupid example I have, which I learned, which is basic anatomy, is whenever you fear something, right? Your first instinct is to protect your abdomen.
Yeah, so
you crouch. And you crouch because you want to protect your abdomen. So you have something called I forgot the name of the muscle. Psoas muscle. Psoas muscle, right? Have you ever seen any animal chase in like Nat Geo and shit like that?
Yeah.
So whenever the chase ends, that animal will stretch itself out. Why? Because they've been in a stressed position and now they are not stressed if the animal escapes, right? We don't do that.
Yeah.
We have fear, we crouch, and we stay crouched.
Yeah.
We are just not making that effort to let go in our bodies. And all the traumas we've had, all the failures we've had, we're holding on to that in our minds and in our bodies. And we have to let go of our failures at some point, right? Because how much guilt can you hold? How much are you going to hold?
Like, one thing really comes to my mind when you're talking about this. I think this was during COVID, also the peak of me being emotionally burnt out, right? Like, the first time I realized I was burnt out, I'm sure I was burnt out before also, but I just didn't know. I used to very clearly notice that my jaws hurt like hell. Like, and then I noticed that's because I'm clenching my jaw, and it was to a point that it physically hurt. I couldn't ignore it. And it's also very scientific, right? Like how you just explained, when you are stressed or whatever, you become small, or like when you're scared, your shoulders kind of go up, and it's difficult to kind of like bring them down. That's when I made the switch from working things mentally to working things physically. I think it's something that is very useful to understand also. I feel like there's a lot of things that are cerebral. There are things that are physical. They're both related, but they're also not. If it is this, then this. Like, one doesn't imply the other, but they're definitely connected. So I think sometimes when you can't work on something physically, work on it mentally. When you can't work on something mentally, work on it physically.
I think it's a very different discussion to go into, but there are layers to it.
Yeah.
Where there is your body, there is your breath, and then there is your brain. So a lot of people work on it through your breath. There are, I think, 5 different layers in Ayurveda and Thai massage, Thai medicine. I can't seem to remember all the names, but one of them is breath, and a lot of people work on it with breath. A lot of people work on it with your body, and some of them work on it with the mind, right? Most healing modalities will have one of these 3 trying to take over the others. Breath is a very powerful tool. Someone who's probably a gym instructor will try to make you develop your willpower using more of your body. And someone who does sound healing is essentially trying to do that with the power of your mind, right? So all of these healing modalities, they work in conjunction, and you have to essentially sit down and recognize which one works for you.
It's also because I don't know enough, right? Like, as you're saying this, I'm in my head, I'm like, oh wait, that's another way for me to get better, right? So
this I learned in my ashram when I was doing my TTC. So there we didn't have geysers. There was only cold water, right? And I am not used to cold water. I've had a geyser since birth, right? Shout out privilege.
Shout out privilege. Yeah. We've earned it. Privilege can be earned.
No, privilege wasn't earned for me. I got privilege.
Unearned privilege, earned privilege.
Yeah. But I've never lived in a place without a geyser. Like, never. Like, जिंदगी में किया नहीं, ठंडे पानी से नहाया नहीं था. And I had to. Our instinct whenever we do something uncomfortable is to hold our breath.
Yeah.
And that makes us more uncomfortable. But if you exhale, you feel less. So if you're ever going into a cold shower, exhale and go into it, and it won't feel as cold. And that's a great way to just realize how much breath makes a difference, right? And how much power it holds.
And I think having spaces like that is very important, where your body feels safe. It's very important for me personally, because I feel like that's when I know these are my people. When I come to your place also, I'm just a log. I'm always like, I just want to lie down.
Yeah. I like that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Now again, there could be false positives here. Sometimes my body feels safe in places it shouldn't. Because I know if I'm totally fried in my brain, if I had a bad day, I know what I want. I want to go to Punjabis, and then I love it. I love it because Shruti, shout out, Shruti, Punjabi. Sometimes the Andy is also home, Vani is home. And somehow they let me be a baby. They fuss over me and I love it. I'm just there, I'm like, I want food, or I'm this and that, and they're like, you want this, you want that. Oh my god, I love it.
The other thing I've subconsciously done, and I love that I've done this, is that I've created space for people. I've created space for a lot of people in my life. People who, and the more you do it, the more you realize that people don't need a lot. People need space to talk about what's on their mind, what's happened to them, and just space to be,
Yeah.
right? And just giving them that is, it sounds very basic, but most people don't do that because they want to talk, they want people to listen, they want importance. Somehow I don't want those. And I realized it is so hard for me to say no when there is no reason associated with it. It's
Wow.
very hard because I feel bad about it. It creates a lurch in my stomach. Why am I saying no to a friend? Right? I generally think from an abundance mindset that, if I give, I will get back. But this is a place where there was a false sense of not having that abundance created. And I was like, if that is the case, maybe I don't want to give. And I said no. I felt so bad. And I don't think it should be so hard for me to say no, right? Or for anybody. So we've just been conditioned into saying yes to helping people around us that we forget that sometimes it's important for us to take a cue on where we stand and maybe say no because we don't want to do something, right? So I'm learning that. I'm trying to get better at that.
The biggest red flag in anybody is when they make it hard for you to say no, or when there is a pressure or like an expectation that you have to say yes.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that for me is
I
the
think
biggest
I
red
remember a screenshot that you shared. The guy
Yeah,
who said, "Why are you ghosting me?" Sir,
Yeah.
I'm not ghosting you.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying
saying
no.
no.
Yeah.
I'm sure saying no is
I-
difficult for anybody.
I think saying no is difficult. Second, I think some people just feel very entitled, especially on the internet, and people do it very subconsciously because they're talking to 10 people, they're gonna reach out to 10 people. 5 of them will make excuses, right? When someone makes an excuse, like, oh, I'm busy, or oh, I can't come because my mother is in town, then you don't want to pressure them because if that's a genuine reason, you can't really do anything about it. But the other 5 will, I think 4 will just say yes, and 1 will be like, no, I don't want to. Right? Because when we're not conditioned to say no, but the problem with that is we're also not conditioned to hear a no and accept it as theek hai, chalta hai. If someone says no, you're like, oh fuck, the world will end because this person said no. Am I like the worst person in the world? No, you're not, bro. That person has something going on in their life.
Where it really kind of like made a big no for me is I was burnt out recently again.
Seems to be a pattern here somewhere.
I've accepted. I think I call this micro burnouts. The thing is, I was burnt out, and I very politely told, hey, I'm burnt out. I don't have time or energy a lot with me, and I'm trying to restrict my interactions with people that are very close to me for now. And I think that's a very clear boundary according to me. I'm telling him, you are not one of them. I don't have time for you. I'm only hanging and chilling with people that I already know and I'm comfortable with. So please back off. And this one kept texting me, and he would text things that would put you in a spot where you have to reply, or you'd look like the bad person, or you are the bad person. So your choices were reply or be a bad person. And I have played this game long enough. I see a manipulator slash whatever, I don't know what to call. It's not even manipulation, but like somebody who is forcing a certain reaction out of you. I can sense it like
I just call them lonely people.
I don't know. That's your problem, dude. Deal with it. Like, don't bring it to your dating, whatever. So anyway, so I'm like, see, now you're not getting my reply, right? You know what I mean? Like, because this person has no care or concern for me, and I barely know this guy. It's not like I owe you anything, or we're not even like going out. I made a boundary, and this person is not respecting. And he would just triple text me, double text me, 4 times text me, and I'm just leaving him on scene. And I make it a point that I leave people on scene and I do not turn off my blue tick because I want them to know, okay, I saw your message. I'm not replying to you. Get the hint. This one was adamant he did not. And then he has the audacity to tell me, hey, why are you ghosting me? Now he asked for it. So I just told him, that's the screenshot I've sent him, but I've just told him, I've told you I don't want to hang out with you. That is not ghosting.
Again, ghosting is if someone doesn't say no. If they say no, it's not ghosting. Then you got rejected, which is fine.
How did we end up here? We were supposed to dream, no?
Yeah, I think we're done with dreaming. I burnt out. You never told me your one absurd dream. Something you're afraid to dream of. Is it going to Netherlands? Is it learning how to drive? Is it opening your own dance school in Netherlands while you drive? I don't know. I'm just making shit up from your vision board.
I think I want to be a life coach. The idea itself is crazy to me because I don't feel like anybody should listen to anybody. You know, my problem with like a lot of people, or like just in general, a lot of times I'm just very surprised with how people's belief system is based on what they heard somewhere, or what they read somewhere, or what they see someone else do, which is so fucked up to me because that's it's like using a formula to solve something new. Like the question you get is very different from the question the person gets.
Religion works like that. The fact that you have worked on yourself enough and you feel that some of that could add value to other people.
I don't know. I just feel like there is a lot of like when I say I want to be a life coach, all I want to teach people is to not learn from someone else. If that makes any sense.
You want to be able to help people figure out their own path.
After a point, you can only grow with the community.
Okay. I think another nice way of putting it is you're the sum total of the 5 people you hang out with the most.
Correct. And right now I'm running short of 5 people.
Okay. Am I in that 5?
You are definitely the 5. If you are not in the 5, I don't know if I. Wait, let me think. I don't wanna face that number.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any dream that I'm scared of. I do want to have dreams that I'm scared of.
I think you're in that phase where you look.
Correct. I think I'm in that phase where I'm trying to dream and I'm trying to draw inspiration from people around me.
I'll leave you with another question. Do you think that will come internally or externally? Like, do you think it will come from stillness or do you think it will come from chaos? Like for me, it came from chaos.
I don't know. It can come from anywhere, really. I don't think I have a. But it will definitely be internally motivated for sure.
So there is other thing. Now I want to talk about a dream that I've not really developed fully yet. I know I want to be some kind of healer. Like, again, I've also spent a lot of time with different kinds of healers in the past few months, in the past 3 months. I spent time with a sound healer, an ice bath healer, with a Thai massage healer, with a guy who runs a men's circle. And I know I have to do something, right? And I'm not sure where it stands. I haven't figured that out. But in some ways, I know I'm going to do something at some point. It will just be around giving people space. It will just be around giving, I don't know, helping people be. And I'm not saying be better. I'm saying helping people be. Right? I just want people to have that space, to decompress, to sit with themselves, to just be able to talk about what's on their mind. You would be surprised as to how much I learned about people in a men's circle because men don't talk to each other. I heard people talking about shit with their parents. I heard people for the first time in their lives they spoke about sexual assault. And this is probably going to deviate. I think in the past 5 years, I've heard at least 20 different stories of sexual assault from women, from men. And what baffles me is, I think out of those 20, probably all 20 or 18 of them are stories of someone you know, someone your parents trust. I'm mostly talking about sexual assault at a younger age. And not one of those stories ends with, oh, that guy was punished. Like the best case scenario is my parents were careful around that person.
That you are protected but never.
I've not heard one story where that person was punished. And I'm still trying to figure out how to process that, dude. Like, how can this fucking happen that so many people around you have faced some kind of assault from someone they know and none of those people have been punished? Forget legal recourse, someone has to at least go fucking punch them, dude. जलाना चाहिए भाई, तुमने पूरी जिंदगी बर्बाद करी है किसी की यार.
Yeah.
And you're doing this to a powerless child. and it fucks with me. And it's not, I don't know how to like, I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something I want to do something about, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. The hardest pill I had to swallow was that I think I'm living the most privileged life I can. I'm living around the probably the best sort of people that are in terms of work, in terms of friends, in terms of whatever.
You know better.
I agree, but what I'm trying to get at is, I think today even the best that you have access to is just not bearable. I think that for me was such a the fuck moment, right? Like, but these are the best.
These are some of the best, yeah. Do you want to eat biryani?
We'll call it a day. I think
Yeah.
we're not making sense. I
think
don't even remember the last sentence I spoke. So
So this is not even my shot.
sit down.
Better.
Sit your ass down.
Thank you.
This is for you.
Drink.
Chalo, good job, guys. It'll be a nightmare to edit this, but yeah.